Hey guys, this is Martin Mi5. Today I want to talk about what is the quickest way to earning a six-figure income. If you guys don't know what that means, six-figure salary is anywhere from $100,000 to $999,000. It's called six-figure salary because every number in this range has six digits. Yes, it is a huge range. So I'm talking about getting up to at least $100K a year or $100,000 a year, whichever way you guys want to look at it. And from my experience, the quickest way to make a six-figure income is to start a service-based business of some kind. Now, not all service-based businesses are created equally. Some are harder to get into than others, for various reasons. Some are just harder to sell. But in this particular video, I'm going to talk about the cost of getting into these businesses. Which type of business is more affordable to get into. Now, the first business we're going to cover is going to be landscaping or lawn care service. Now, to get into lawn care service, you're going to need a few things to get started. A regular little old used lawnmower like this one, this gas powered one here on Poshmark. I mean, it's not pretty. It doesn't need to be. You're just starting out. You don't even know if you're going to make any money yet. It's 20-inch, 3.5 horsepower, and it says $75. So it says it's not damaged. Blade is very sharp, mows evenly on thick grass and weeds. So that's pretty good. You can get that. You can get a cheap electric weed eater for probably a brand new one for probably the same price, $75, maybe 50. You're gonna need some rakes, maybe a shovel, some hose. You're gonna need some garbage bags. Let's just say all that adds up to, let's just say, another $100 or so. So you're about $175 in. It sounds great, right? Starting a business for around $200. However, let's get to the big cost. Now, this is where the big cost comes in. If you guys don't actually currently own a truck or you're buying a truck, you're going to have to get one because you can't really do too much of this with a car. Although when I was little, I used to carry around a lawnmower in the back of my mom's Chevy Nova, and I used to go door to door and cutting people's yards. Anyways, that's a different story for a different time. But let's just look at really, really affordable trucks. Used trucks for sale near Phoenix, because I'm in Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona, under $10,000. Even this little Ford Ranger right here would work at the very beginning. You just need the truck bed. It's a 2000, got 110,000 miles, which is not too bad, for $89.50. You can probably still get that truck from anywhere from $4,500 maybe, depending upon the condition of it. And that's a lot of money if you don't already have a truck. Nearly $5,000 just to get a truck to start, and you haven't even made any money yet. Keep that in mind. So you're gonna have to cut a lot of your lawns and grass before you're gonna pay off an $8,900.50 truck. Let's just say $9,000 to make the math more simple. So think about that before you decide to get into lawn care or starting a landscaping business. Now, next up on the list is the junk removal business. So let's get into the details of that. Now, for junk removal business, you're also going to need some kind of a pickup. And it's probably going to be a bigger truck than this Ford Ranger. So you can probably easily double the cost of that. Or maybe not. It depends what kind of deals you can find. But you're going to be paying probably at least $10,000, I would say, for a full-size truck with a nice size truck bed. And with junk removal, that's not going to be enough. You're also going to need, and I'm going to show you, for actual junk removal business, you're going to need a trailer. Now, this is a small trailer. You can also use this for entry-level landscaping. It's a 5x8 utility trailer, 1,625 pound capacity. Even this brand new is $998, and you're probably not going to be hauling too much stuff away in this little single axle trailer. You're probably going to need a much larger one, or maybe even a dump trailer, which those can get extremely expensive. I'm talking, minimum 2,000, 3,000, possibly even $4,000, depending upon what brand, what condition, if it's new, if it's used. This here you can probably get used maybe $400 or $500, but you're gonna have to upgrade pretty quickly if you start scaling your business. You might be able to put a couple of couches on here, and I can't think of what much more, because it's literally only 5 foot across by 8 foot long, which sounds like a lot, but once you start putting stuff on there and the walls of it are not that high, you would probably have to add some boards to get extra hauling capacity, and you still have to be careful with your weight limit. It's only 1,625 pounds. You're not going to be taking tile, slabs of concrete, nothing like that, no bricks, nothing extremely heavy, probably furniture, wooden desk, things like that you could probably put. And like I said, you're still going to have to buy a truck, probably looking at about 10 grand, and you have to get a minimum of $1,000 trailer, so you're looking at about probably 11,000, and maybe a dolly and some ratchet straps. You're looking at $10,000-$12,000 total, probably for everything. Maybe you might be able to get cheaper, but still, keep in mind you haven't even started making any money yet. Now, if you already have a truck, well, then you're ahead of the game. You could probably just get a trailer like this and get started, and it'd be a little bit easier for you. But let me show you another thing. Come to our third service-based business that I wanted to talk about. Okay, so next business I'm going to talk about is actually a home cleaning business, very similar to Molly Maid. So let's talk about the cost. You're going to need a vacuum, dustpan. Didn't mention a broom, but you're going to need a broom. If you already had that stuff, great. You're going to need some rubber gloves for your protection. A can of oven cleaner would be great. Microfiber cloths, toilet bowl cleaner, toilet brush, paper towels, and a mop. So that pretty much covers everything you're going to need. Vacuum, you can buy a brand new one or just use the one you already own in your home. If for some reason you don't have one, you can buy used ones for $20-$25 very easily. I mean, your dustpan is going to cost probably $3. Box rubber gloves, maybe $10. Oven cleaner, let's just say all these different chemicals. You probably need some window cleaner. Toilet bowl cleaner, maybe $4 or $5. Oven cleaner, $5 or $6. So altogether on your cleaners, I don't think you'd be paying over $50. And then you get like I said, your broom and your mop, all that stuff. And I can say easily you can start this for under $200. That's assuming you don't already have a vacuum cleaner, a broom, or a mop. I mean, if you have those things already in your home, you should be using those and you'll be good to go. And you don't need a truck. You can fit all this stuff in your car. Lay the vacuum down across the back seat in your vehicle, your brooms, whatever, and then carry, you're going to get maybe a couple buckets. And you don't have to buy buckets. You can go to your local bakery or delis and ask them if they have any, buckets that they don't need, because they have a lot of plastic bucket containers they use for various products, and normally they just throw them away. So you can use those, or you can buy them. It's up to you. And we're not even going to get into LLC costs and all that stuff on this particular portion, because you just want to start off and see what you can do first and see how big your business can get. Eventually you would do marketing and all that stuff. You can even print out some business cards for $20 or $30. Start handing them out to people. Get on Facebook groups and start advertising your business for free, what you can do. And you can earn $40 an hour easily doing this cleaning business here. So let's just say you get one cleaning job on a daily basis. You're going to charge $40 an hour. Let's just say the client books a 4-hour job, so that would be $160. And this is all on the low end, people. This is when you're barely first starting out. 168, and let's just say you book one of those jobs and you can do it on a daily basis times 30. That's $4,800 a month, which, like I said, is just starting. You can easily eventually get to 300 a month. I mean, a day. You times that times 30, and you'd be making $9,000 a month. And let's times that times 12 months, and you can see you'd be at $108,000 a year. Now, you're not going to start off that way. You got to work it up. It might take you a year, maybe 2 years, before you can even get to 108,000. But meanwhile, you'll be making some pretty good money, reinvesting in your company. You can start doing some paid advertising then at that point. Once you start getting up to this range here and you can't handle all the work yourself anymore, then at that point you can start hiring some employees, maybe an extra person, maybe 2 extra people. Then you can take that 108,000 probably up to 150,000. And then, if you're really serious about it, you can keep building that business up. You can start making $200,000 or $300,000 a year. So, out of all these service-based businesses that I mentioned, I would recommend starting with the cleaning one if you guys don't mind getting a little dirty. It'd be the easiest one to get into. It costs the least amount of equipment needed, and the equipment is not super expensive like it is with landscaping and junk removal. You don't need a big old truck. You don't need a freaking dump trailer. I mean, there's a lot of expenses. You can make money in those other businesses, but there's a lot of costs involved with them, and your profit margins are going to go down quite a bit because you're going to need to pay for gas for your lawnmowers, your gas powered weed eaters, and that stuff breaks. So you're going to need to fix it from time to time. You're going to need a lot of gas for driving around in a big truck. With the cleaning job, you can use you can use a Prius or hybrid car, or even just a small car that gets good gas mileage and be cheaper to insure, much cheaper payments, cheaper price just to buy outright. It's just a win-win situation. So, hands down, cleaning business is my top choice for starting a 6-figure business. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, I'm definitely going to be doing more, and I will teach you guys everything I know as a multiple business owner myself. I've done this stuff, and I know what works and what doesn't. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.